Cheers everyone, welcome to another video, and a little bit of a difference this time because I want to talk about what I think about what's happening out there in the real world regarding all these breweries who are struggling, who have shut. Um, there's been a lot of breweries which have shut, and to be honest, it's very upsetting for me. I've never ever wanted to see a brewery shut under such kind of like circumstances. But I think with what's going on with the world, I think it's one of them things. It's like a dog eat dog world, and I think it's kind of like the strongest will survive type of thing. But when you hear of S43 shutting, you hear of Wild Beer shutting, Cloudwater looking a little bit dodgy, Wander Beyond are looking a little bit dodgy. Is this, the end of the craft beer boom in a way? Um, I think for me, this is my own opinion, when it comes to the craft beer boom, if you want to call it that, I think there's a lot of people out there who love their beer. There's a lot of people out there who are passionate about beer. And I think there's a lot of people out there who don't really know about business. And I think you know, that's where the problem is. I think we've had people who've shown passion in beer and shown exactly what they can do with beer. But when it comes down to business sense and what they can do, I think it falls short. And I think that's why a lot of breweries have struggled. Plus, with the mounting costs in brewing beer, the grain, all the ingredients going through the roof, even where you brew your beer, whether or not it's kind of like, in a rented place or whatever, I think it's all accumulated. And I think with a lot of people, a lot of breweries, I think only the strong will survive. It's a very sad um, time. It really is, because I've supported a lot of breweries on this channel, and lots of other beer reviewers have done the same. And I think they'll all agree with me that it's really sad to see breweries shut and bottle shops shut. But I think, it's time to change your gear. Me personally, I think what breweries should do is go back to basics. I think, you like your, your craft beers and that, you've got to go back and try to sell beer. How are you going to sell beer? Go back, maybe just brew a simple bitter. Everybody can get hold of. It's affordable. People will love it. A lager. People will buy it. They will like it. They will love it. And I think this is what's happening. Is that I think for me personally, I think all these craft beer breweries, they need to take a step back, go back to basics, get something out there which appeals to everybody, not sell it at stupid prices and start to, build up a reputation. When I heard about Wander Beyond struggling, Cloudwater struggling, you know, do you really think selling beer at, I don't know, £6, £7 a pop, you're gonna, survive? You won't. You're not gonna survive. Inflation's at 10%. There's people struggling with their bills, struggling with, everything really. And do you think that they're going to go out and pay £7 or whatever for a beer? You're arrogant even thinking that way. For me, I think a lot of these craft breweries, if you want to survive, just drop it down a notch. Do something simple. something that appeals, something that doesn't cost much. And I think, to weather the storm of what's going on out there, you will survive. But if you're going to keep producing beers at £7 a can upwards, you're not going to get people buying your beer. Simple as. And I think that's a problem with craft beer. Also, because I've done 4 hyped beers tonight, I've reviewed some beers. These are coming up on the channel. That one there is coming up on the channel. That one there is coming up on the channel. This one as well, Putty. And that one coming up on the channel. It's all kind of like hyped up, just kind of take a step backwards and produce beer, which is beer is a working class drink, remember. Just produce beer. We're not mugs. Stop kind of like selling beer gimmicky. Just, get back to basics. Like I say, I'm sure Tiny Rebel, Vocation, Verdant, whoever can do a really good traditional bitter, traditional lager, get it out there, get people interested in you, and I think that is the way forward. The problem is, like I say, there's too many beer enthusiasts out there with breweries who think they can weather the storm. Get your head on straight, get your business sense in mind, and appeal to everybody. There you go. That's JB's way of getting through the craft beer storm.